Hello and welcome everyone to another Legacy video. Today we're going to be trying out Jund. Jund was a deck that before Deathrite Shaman's banning was pretty good. It wasn't great, but it was pretty good. So that's what we're going to do is see how it stands up now. That being said, we're going to hop into our first match here. We will play first. No turn 1 disruption, meaning we're probably dead to combo, but besides that, this hand's fine. It's got turn 2, turn 3 plays. If we're playing something fair, this hand's going to be pretty good. We are going to lead on Verdant Catacomb because we don't want to get wastelanded here. And this kind of conceals what we are. We could be Reanimator, we could be Bug. And we're playing against lands, so that's not good. No? Not lands. Okay. Alright, well... Bayou... Him... Steamkin and Ancient Tomb. Alright. Let's go Liliana. The first plus here is going to get rid of another Liliana. Manamorphose. Uh-oh. Okay, empty the warrens for 4. Just making 4 tokens. That's not bad. Yeah, actually I think I want a Bloodbraid. Oh yeah. Okay. Alright, so there's some kind of storm deck. Good to know there. So that's gonna make Mindbreak Trap, potentially even Extirpate reasonable. They could have graveyard stuff. I'm not sure. So you're probably not great here. You're probably not great. I don't necessarily think abrupt. Well, they're mono red, so they could be playing stuff like whatchamacallit? Chalice and stuff. So with that being said, I think I'm gonna actually they probably won't be playing Chalice. That doesn't make sense. So I'm gonna bring these in. See how that goes. Alright, we're back here with a very interesting hand. I think we'll keep it. We have a Wasteland if they lead on, yep, something like Ancient Tomb, Chalice on 1. Nope, okay, red spells cost 1 less to cast. Okay. Here I think I actually just want to Thoughtseize them. Try and fight some of the cards in their hand. Active Impulse. Exile top 3 cards of your library into the end of turn. You may cast. You can play these cards exiled this way. Alright, so we're going to take that because Helm, we don't really care about the fact that they're making their stuff cheaper. Alright, so that actually helps our spells too? Alright, so we know they have 2 mountains in hand. Kind of want to just cut them off of as much resources as possible. Yeah, let's grab Bayou and we'll him him. This might be wrong, but... Oh. They had 3 cards in hand? Am I dumb? I probably am. I think the last card in hand is Mountain, though. Alright, so now it's an unknown card. you can gain a life. We're gonna play Sylvan Library. I guess we're gonna get the last card out of your hand. Another mountain. So next turn we should be able to wasteland off their land and always yes. Top. Oh, I need red. Hold up. What? Alright, yep. Place that off. Oh, that's bad. We put Mindbreak Trap on top of our library. Alright, we're gonna take 4 from Mindbreak Trap. Yeah, let's top. Liliana. Oh yeah, she costs 1 less, that's right. Each can discard a card. Yep. Nope, but just skipped to our attack step. Alright. Dang it. Yep, trying to just draw into stuff. Well, that's possibly bad. Let's do. Alright, so 7. Yeah, that's another thing we revealed, the Mindbreak Trap, and I'm not really happy about that. So Machine Gun dying on our board. Except they didn't kill our our Bloodbraid Elf. Okay. It's interesting they didn't want to pass in flames and try to hazard it, but just grab Badlands. Top. Oh, that's right, yeah, he only costs 1 mana. Alright, so this should be at 10 here. It's gonna make a huge difference. If we would have made that hit, they'd be dead next turn, meaning they'd be forced to go off. Yep, Past in Flames. Rite of Flame. Rite of Flame. Burning Wish. Reforge the soul. Alright, well, we're gonna 0 on this. That's bad. Alright, down to 4. Oh, they drew Seething Song. That's really bad. Steam can. I'm gonna extirpate Grape Shot in response. Oh, I should have fetched away the 2 lands that I knew were on top. Okay, well, the hand's not too scary. Just the way they're winning here is going to be with empty the Warrens still. Okay. Oh, I should have took down what their hand was. We really hope they just draw nothing here. Well, they're casting Spirit Guide, so. Is Punishing Fire in the game? I feel like it does. Not quite. Puts them to 2. Oh, they just concede. Okay. I guess we'll catch you back for the next round. Alright. We're back for round number 2 with Jund. We will play first. I think this hand's keepable. Seems pretty good. We got interaction on turn 1 here. Mirari's Gall to help filter our draws, and Leonis to pressure their hand. We'll keep it. And we're going to lead on Swamp because we don't want to get wastelanded here. So I think here we're just going to take the gamble. Lands doesn't feel like it's going to be a good matchup for us. Yeah, Lands doesn't seem like it's going to be a very good matchup. Alright, let's see. So we drew a wasteland of our own. I don't know what we're going to do here. Doesn't seem like it's going to be a good matchup. They're going to wasteland us. Well, then we just lose. So, fun, fun, fun. Yep. Alright. So, match 2 here. And you want pithing needles. And extirpates. Last hope's probably bad. Bolts are probably bad. I don't think we care about lilies. I guess let's run it back like this. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I think maybe we want the other Liliana more. I would like to play first. Not with this hand. Alright, well. Sounds okay, I guess. Alright, once again, from basic swamp. Lotsies. Crop rotation, mana bond, Mox Diamond. Oh god, this is terrible. Just take crop rotation, I guess. I don't know. None of this feels any good. I can life and loam, get it back. Oh, mana bond. Yep. Alright, so they could choose not to do it. That's good to know. Alright, time to play more stuff that's just not going to matter. But we don't want to get wastelanded, so we're playing the forest here. Yep. Oh boy, we're just dead, aren't we? We're just straight up dead, huh? I guess maybe we could have abrupt decayed the Mox. That's probably been better. Yeah. Pretty dead here. Yeah, we should have abrupt decayed the Mox Diamond. That way they wouldn't have the mana to kill us this turn. Yep, Dark Depths. Does it have haste? Um, That was interesting. Yeah. That was interesting. Well, when our opponent punts, we can win the game. Yeah. So that's the reason I'm not bringing in Toxic Deluge, is because they're just not going to give us. Normally, they don't give us a window to deluge, but I still think that Veil's just. Maybe Veil's fine. I don't know. This is tough. This is not a matchup I want to play. Alright, well, we can name Thespian Stage. He's going to be able to Rashad and Port us every turn, but. Yep, Rashad and Port down our Black Source. See what we draw. The Swamp. Alright, we're going to play Wooded Foothills. And pass. 2 Rashad and Ports. Switching out Bayou. Yeah, we're just gonna drain to our pool. Let's fetch here. Badlands. Liliana. Uptick. Let's discard the Verdant Catacombs, I guess. Yep, return it to your hand. That is a little annoying. Yep. Himu. we're gonna take it with extricate. Nope, we can't. Okay, never mind. That doesn't work that way. Yep, split seconds you can't cast spells in response. That's annoying. Oh, that's really annoying. Oh boy. Yep, this is annoying. Doesn't make sense. Wait, that's a triggered ability. Not activated, I guess. Yep, tap down something. Yep, tap it down. I mean, doesn't really make a difference. Yeah, they're gonna shoot her so she can't ultimate next turn. Yeah. This is hands down just so annoying. Let's go to the Mox, I guess. I don't think it matters. Oh, yeah. This is just so off it. Really using extra pay right now. Yep. Of course. Yeah, so this is like we're just stuck in this grindy situation where there's just nothing else going on. You have to get back life from the loam. Yep, tap down our green source. Well, Leona admittedly is better, but yeah, just loan back wastelands and just start wasting off my lands. That sounds pretty good. Yeah, we're just gonna call it here, guys. There's not much left we can do. That being the case, guys, I will catch you guys in the next. Alright, we're back here for the match number 3 with Jund. And we're keeping a pretty mediocre hand. If we had a Thoughtseize in this would probably be just straight up a snap keep, but we're going to keep it anyway. We got some kind of disruption and a good threat. If it's Mardu, we're pretty happy to see to have a hand like this. Unless we get himmed ourselves next turn, which would suck, but... Ooh, Thoughtseize out top like a pro. Alright, fetching. Am I getting... Are you really gonna like... I mean, it makes sense to counter it. Yep, alright, Delver. So that's... Makes us very happy we let on what we let on. So like Esper Delver probably? Alright, we're gonna fetch a basic here again. We have all our colors in our hands, so we don't want to just... Stubborn now. Alright, so they're Death Shadows, what they are. So, getting Stubborn Denial, or him Stubborn Denial Death doesn't feel very good, but it's not the end of the world. Alright. Here comes the Tarmogoyf. Alright, so we got a decent clock now. Yep, down to 16. Imagine I'm going to fire off some cantrips here. Oh, Dismember. Alright. Alright, I'm going to reanimate a Goyf. And a Death Shadow. Well, this isn't really good for us either way here. Alright, well... Instant, sorcery, land. Yeah, alright. Unfortunately, putting the Death Shadow in the graveyard next turn does mean we can't Punishing Fire the Goyf. I think we still have to kill the Death Shadow. It's the less threatening creature. Or it's the more threatening creature, rather. Drew a Bayou, that's not exactly what we wanted. Yeah. So I don't know if I want to start firing off Punishing Fires to him in the face, because I don't think that's realistic. They'll put him down to 6. Alright, well this is bad. We're looking real bad here. Just drawing lands. gonna take another 4 here. I think I'm gonna fetch for a. Let's go Bayou. Alright, abrupt decay. No, but grow's pretty good too. Gonna put me to 1. Yes. Alright, well, Leona might be able to save us if they don't have a counterspell, but they probably have a counterspell. Yep. Alright, so against Death Shadow. I think we want these 6. And then maybe Guile. Alright, let's run it back like this. Alright, we will play first. I think this hand's okay. It's not spectacular, nothing, definitely nothing I'm gonna be super excited about, but we do have pyroblast. I think we'll let him have that. Alright. Yeah, I really don't want to get my Sylvan Library dazed, so I'm just gonna pass. We're probably just gonna pyroblast whatever they play next turn, as long as we can. Alright, so that's all they have for this turn. Temp library. I think we're just gonna fight this. Make him have the days of the force. Alright. And they might just have a bunch of black spells in hand. That's quite possible too. It's also possible we're fighting the wrong cards. Thoughtseize. Alright. We're gonna take the force. Important to note they still have a stubborn denial. And we're gonna play our confidant. So they have another land in hand, so I don't really want to spend one of our mana to get rid of it. Alright, so we're gonna Thoughtseize. Take a shadow. Oh, I just realized I have to fetch in order to do this. Oh well. Alright. So it's pretty good. Unfortunately, they are going to make a giant Death Shadow next turn. Yep. 4/4. Confidant. Abrupt decay off the trigger. Nope. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. That was so not what I meant to do. That was not what I meant to do. That's so not what I meant to do. I meant to put the land back on top. Yeah, we're not going to advance our board anymore. We know we're going to 3 next turn. Yep, looks like we're going to game 3. Alright, so despite playing a little sloppy, we still managed to pull that one through. We'll run it back the same way. Alright, here for game 3 we have a interesting hand. I think it's too weak. I don't think we can keep it. Believe it or not, I think this one's much stronger, even though we are missing our second black source for our Hymn to Torok. We do have a choke here, which can just be devastating. We'll keep it. Tarmogoyf's a pretty good threat, but I think I just want another black source right now, so I'm going to put him on the bottom. I think I either want a black source. Ooh, if we get Thoughtseize here, that's going to feel bad. Yeah, taking choke here is going to pretty much tear this hand to pieces. I mean, like right now we can't cast the Hymn to Torok, so choke's like the best card to take. And Punishing Fire, yeah, they play Delver usually, but I don't think they care about that. On the bright side, well, I guess we could have wasted them there. Maybe that was better. Maybe Wasteland on turn 1 was the better play since they have nothing on board. Definitely should have Wastelanded. Definitely should have Wastelanded. Alright, well, let's see if we got our Dark Confidant countered. Yep. Yep. It's going to pass turn here. Brainstorm. Another issue is here they kept a hand that even if we had like something like Pyroblast, they had an opening hand that was very strong against that because they had Thoughtseize and Hymn. Now play a Death Shadow. Alright. Just need a green source one time. Ah! Yeah, alright, this doesn't feel good. Getting hemmed and losing 2 lands there feels real bad. I mean, we would have gotten hemmed eventually anyway, but at least if we would have wastelanded them that turn, we would have been able to have black, red, black, green. I think we're dead now. On the bright side, getting that off the board. Giving us a 4-turn clock here. I don't know how we're beating Liliana with Last Hope. And Grimmy. I think we're just too far behind now. Like, we gotta draw something to kill Grimag with and something to kill Liliana with, so we need to hit, like, Deluge this turn and Abrupt Decay the following turn. Yep, and we lose. Alright. I'll catch you guys back for the next round. We are currently 1 and 2. Alright, we're back here for round number 4 on the play. And we have a pretty good hand. We'll keep it. Alright, and we're gonna go basic swamp. Again, because we just don't want to get wastelanded. Then we're gonna Thoughtseize. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and take the true name. I think. Because they're gonna have to choose blue or red. Yeah, we'll take the true name. We're gonna have a really hard time beating true name. They are a little ways away from casting it, but yeah, which we're gonna grab Inquisition. Yeah, they're gonna get to take one of our spells here. Maybe it was better just to take the daze so that this turn we'd resolve a Confidant. Yeah, I think it was better because they're a long ways away from getting to. Yeah, they're a long ways away from getting to their whatchamacallit. It's a true name. Alright, now they're not so far away. Alright, so they're going to brainstorm. So we're not going to really know what's in their hand for sure because they're going to get to shuffle some of it away. So if we would have taken Daze last turn, we could have gone Confidant. Or if we had taken Daze on turn, we could have played Confidant last turn. Now, we're going to play Grove because we're okay losing the Grove here if they decide to waste us. Alright, so they're going to unfortunately make us go here. If they have Stifle, this feels real bad, but Grixis Delver doesn't usually play Stifle. They usually are preferring to play. Alright, you got me. Yeah. Now we're probably just dead here. They're going to get to go Wasteland, our red source. Yeah. Play Delver? Okay. Come on, red source off top one time. Well, that's something. I mean, we're still super far behind it. We got to be careful of Pyromancers. So there's one young PZ. Red source. Well, Liliana's something too. Please don't have Force or Daze. Alright, well, we're gonna make him sack the Pyromancer. Here's the part where we hope to take over the game. Another Pyromancer. Okay. Red source. Tormgoyf. Plagoyf. We're both gonna discard. Now what was their card? Spell Pierce. Nice. Alright, so we're both playing Hellbent here. I think we have a little bit better top decks. Obviously, they have like True Name Nemesis, which we just can't beat with True Name. Something very important to keep in mind is next turn, if they don't do anything, like if they just play a land and pass, okay, we can Edict them, but if they don't do that, we can't afford to Edict them because if they're holding a Bolt in hand or something like that, then they get it as Bolt and sack the token. And that feels real bad. So Stifle traditionally is more of a Rug Delver card, which I mean obviously there's no rule that says, oh well you can't play it when you're playing Grixis, but it's just more of a you usually see this card in that deck kind of card. Alright, Wasteland. Alright, we're gonna attack. If they do something like Bolt, Liliana's dead to that anyway. So we're not too worried about them attacking her down. Obviously that feels, it feels pretty bad if we would have Edict and they had a spell. So we didn't want to Edict there. But we're pretty happy that we got to play a land and get their Wasteland in their hand. Because while it's minor, and obviously the big reason I think they didn't Wasteland us was because, yeah, cutting us off of Bayous feels bad, but if we take them off of their young Pyromancer and they don't have a threat anymore, they have no way of continuing to threaten us. Alright, we're gonna Lily's getting hit for 2 here, I'm positive. Down to 1. The awkward thing here is that they have something like Fork Bolt, they could finish Liliana off. Alright, so they're doing it on land. I mean, I don't really want to lose Liliana. Yeah, this just feels bad here. We're in a situation where it's really awkward. We don't want to lose Liliana. But our attacking them with Death Plan starts becoming really bad if they start drawing spells. They're kind of flooding out right now, so I think get really good if we draw a land and can get red. We can bolt the Pyromancer and then we can. Alright, so that feels real good. So now we gotta get this off the table. And start plussing up Liliana again. Yep. So we don't really want to waste them. They have plenty of fetch lands to go get their more Valks or more Underground Seas. So here, even something like Grimag Angler doesn't bother us because we get it edicted away. Yep, alright. Alright, so same thing as last time. We want these 6. We'll trim like this. I think that's fine. Because they're Grixis, they could be playing some number of Baleful Strix, so it does feel a little awkward taking out the Punishing Fires and Lightning Bolts. But we don't want to take out Sylvan Libraries, because if we get in a situation like that, we really want to have a Sylvan Library on board so we can look at... We'll be looking at 3 cards every turn. And then Deluge is really strong against their True Names and Anglers, so... Alright, so we're back. We're going to be on the draw here, most likely. On the draw with an okay hand. I guess we'll keep it. Alright, so we're pretty happy about drawing that Bloodstained Mire. We definitely want to get basics here. Yeah, we're going to let Ponder happen, because we don't want to fetch a non-basic here. Yeah, and we really don't mind drawing lands here. We're okay with that. Alright, they drew a land finally. I would definitely rather interact with... I'd rather interact with their hand than do nothing, but... You know, that's all we can do right now. So next turn I'm going to try to resolve a Sylvan Library with Pyroblast backup. So there's obviously an argument here for... We should have been fetching during... Alright, they're probably going to try to stifle us here. Just going to feel really bad, but if we get our Pyroblast countered... Yeah, alright, so Pyroblast gets countered. Stifle gets countered, or Stifle resolves. We get rewarded, get to grab our forest, play library, and resolve it. Alright, Grimag Angler. So yes, we're going to use its ability. Alright, so here I don't want to just snap off Toxic Deluge. Actually, no, maybe I do. Maybe I do want a Toxic Deluge. And this is really bad if we get dazed or forced. But it's pretty good if we don't. Alright, Young Pyromancer. Alright. So here... Oof, this is rough. Top. And we're going to attempt to Punishing Fire it. Yeah, Bolts in response to make a token. They're going to play you out, pass turn. So we're not in a great position here. Obviously, this token means if they do have something like True Name this turn, okay, that feels pretty bad. Okay, so we definitely wish we would not have gotten rid of the Deluge. so this is what we're doing here. We're going to go down to 3, which is a little dangerous. And we're going to hope we don't get dazed. Alright, we don't. So we go to 3 here. We're going to hope we get a chance to slam the choke. We could just very well be dead. Very possible. Alright, we're going to him him. Yeah, we're not going to pay 2 for the Spell Pierce. We're going to let it resolve. We're going to attempt to choke. And we're just going to pass there. Alright, Edict, that's not one that particularly matters. These 2 back. Play you. Alright, so now we're going to start getting our Wasteland, and we're going to start cracking off lands. What are you doing up here, kitty? Alright, so they waste us. Down. Alright, awesome. Wasteland, which is great for us. Kill a red source. So they obviously have 2 fetch lands. They can still go get more lands, but the problem is still if they're blue, they come into play tap. They're gonna untap. They won't untap. I mean, obviously we're just dead if he draws a bolt, but at this point, like, we gotta fight through it. Again. And this time I'm actually going to take the Bob, because we'll be able to keep that, we should be able to hopefully keep that swamp on top indefinitely for a while. Perhaps it's dangerous, perhaps this is bad, we could kill ourselves here. But unfortunately, I'm going to discard this Dark Confidant. I can't afford to have 2 on the battlefield. Alright, so here's our chance to close out the game now. They're down to 3, down to 2. Yeah. And concession. Yep. Alright, with that being the case, guys, we're going to move on to the next match. We won that close one against Grixis Delver here. I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright, we're back for round number, 5? With Jund. This is modern, this hand would possibly be keepable, but Legacy with no interaction. This hand's a little weak. We have no turn 1 play, and we're very susceptible to turn 1 Wasteland. But I think we have to keep it. I don't think we can mulligan. If it's a fair deck, we have a pretty good hand. But if it's a control deck, or if it's a combo deck, obviously we're in a lot of trouble. Alright. We're going to try to Confidant here. Very likely to get dazed or something, or forced. Yep, Brainstorm here in response. Most likely getting forced or dazed. The fact we grab the basic makes me feel like they're either are a combo deck that just needs a lot more pieces, or they're like miracles. Alright, well it resolved, so that's good. Might ponder. Here's possibly the part where they just untap and just kill us with their combo deck, which is fun. You know, that's always fun. Alright, Flooded Strands. This is leading much more and much more towards miracles every turn. Alright, so we're going to go here. And we're going to attempt to him. Probably going to draw a Spell Piercer or a Force of Will or something here. Yeah, alright, well, that's not great. We would have liked to have done more than just get one card out of their hand, but at least we got the Spell Piercer out of their hand. And our Confidant is still alive, more importantly. Yeah, alright, so they are definitely miracles. Back to basics. Alright, well, back to basics kind of sucks, but it's far from the end of the world. What's nice about playing Abrupt Decay is we can get rid of things like back to basics. Truth be told, I would like for this Wood of Fiddles to be able to get rid of Forest, but obviously with Grove being our other land in hand, we don't get that luxury. Alright, so the nice thing here about Counterbalance is they're not going to be able to stop our Counterbalance, or they're not going to be able to stop Abrupt Decay with Counterbalance. Alright, Mirari's Guile, we drew Grove. I'm going to start by just attacking for 2. We're going to play Grove. We're going to fetch for a Bayou. And we're going to Abrupt Decay back to basics. Yeah. So they just chose not to activate it. They don't want to give us any extra knowledge. Alright, so Jace. Alright, so they're going to bounce. Alright, so the nice thing here is we're going to get to do a couple things. Number one, we're going to Thoughtseize to check their counterbalance. It's a volcanic island on top, meaning Thoughtseize will resolve. We're going to get to take... Alright, we're going to take accumulated knowledge. Now, this is what we're going to do. So we know they have a volcanic island on top. What we're hoping for is we're hoping they're going to force our bolt that's going to try to kill Jace by pitching accumulated knowledge. Alright, they didn't. Oh, I guess I need black for that, huh? Alright. Try to resolve a Dark Confidant. And then try to resolve Mirari's Guile. Which they don't do anything about. Alright. See, now that feels bad. We should have taken the Force of Will there instead, but... So I'm going to draw 3 cards? Alright, so Council Judgment. Voting for our Confidant, that's fine. Alright, we're going to go... Draw the Last Hope. Alright, there's a line on top, meaning we're not going to get hit by it. Also, this means that... Do we have a line drop still? Yeah, we do. Okay. This also does mean that we now know that they have 2 lands and a Force in their hand. So 1 unknown and a Force of Will. Alright, so they got a Mentor on top, which is a card they're going to most likely want to keep. Oh. Yeah, so we're going to return back our Doohickey. Yep, Mirari's Guile. Alright, we want Confidant. Play Confidant. Alright, so they're fetching it away because they know we have the Punishing Fire to try and kill it with. Alright, Sword Splasher's on top. I mean, that's not good for us either. Alright, so they drew another land. Alright, I would say I'd be very surprised if they didn't Swords to Plowshare us before we got to our upkeep and we got to put the triggers on the stack. Well, awkwardly enough. I'm going to attempt to Punishing Fire them. I'm going to see what's on top if they choose to reveal it. Alright, there's a Force of Will on top, which means it resolves. We're going to play Dark Confidant here. Yeah, which means they don't have the Force of Will on top anymore. Ponder. It's good for us. Is our Confidant? Oh, they can just hard cast the Force. Yeah, I guess I missed that play. I totally forgot Force of Will is a hard castable spell. That obviously sounds really stupid to say, but I kind of did. Alright, so drew Volcanic Island. Or Ponder, not Volcanic Island. He has Volcanic Island in hand. He's had it in hand for a while. Alright, so he chooses to shuffle and draws a card, which means I'm gonna give him a life, get back Punishing Fire, go to our draw step. Draw me a Tarmogoyf, uptick Liliana here. Play Goyf. See if the counterbalance hits. Nope. They're just not doing it today. So this is obviously a major advantage of the Mirari's Guile and everything, is being able to grind him down and being able to look at so many cards a turn. It helps majorly being able to fight their card advantage. And they haven't drawn Council's Judgment. They're going to have a very hard time getting around Liliana. Alright, that's what we expected. Just a slew of Punishing Fires. Alright, so here we're going to want Pyroblast, Choke. I think that's it. Take out 4 Veils. Yeah, it's just the slots I want to cut. Yeah. Turn it back. Alright, we're on the draw here, and we have a decent hand. It's got turn 1 interaction and a good threat. And our 2 best creatures are basically 2 of our best cards in this matchup. On the draw, I think I'll keep it. I think it's keepable. Maybe mulligan, that makes it feel a little bit better having his turn 1 discard spell. Alright, so he chose not to shuffle, which means he's at least got 1 more card that he wants out of that pairing. Alright, so because we drew a Verdant Catacombs, this is going to grab a basic swamp. Again, we want to fight around back to basics as much as possible when we don't have an answer to it already in hand. Alright, Brainstorm, Accumulative Knowledge. I'm just going to take Brainstorm here. Accumulative Knowledge is right now is just to draw 1, so it's not very impressive. And they do have a fetch line, which means we don't want to make their Brainstorms too strong. Alright, we're going to go here. Obviously, they have Swords to Plowshares, which means that our Tarmogoyfs aren't exactly safe. Alright, so the fact that they fetched there tells me that they just knew the next card they didn't want, which is what I expected. Alright, 3 unknown here. Alright, we're drawing the lands like we wanted to. Yeah, Brainstorm here. It might be possible they want to shuffle that Terminus away. Either that or they're going to put Terminus back on top and Terminus away our Tarmogoyf next turn. I would argue that's a little aggressive, but if they are worried about not having any other threats, like especially if they just come up with no other ways of getting rid of the Tarmogoyf, I guess it's not that bad. Plus they have 3 more plus 4 Swords to Plowshares in their deck, so the more threats coming they can deal with. Obviously in the face of a Bloodbraid Elf, that doesn't feel very good at all. Alright, so it feels like they drew a Swords, they got a Swords to Plowshares. Maybe not. No Terminus trigger here. I'm gonna keep the Terminus up here because they might have a Terminus float. They might have a Terminus still in their hand. I doubt it. I think they would have probably shuffled it away if anything, but I don't want to just pretend like it's not there and just then get blown out by it. Like they could have a brains. Well, I guess they have brainstorm here. They don't care too much. All right, well. So we made back to basics about as minimal of a threat as possible. We're just gonna shoot him with it. Like there's no reason not to here. We're gonna attack for 6. Got a swords. All right. That's figures. I had that feeling they found the Swords to Plowshares, which tells me they most likely did shuffle away the Terminus. So right here in this situation like this, like a card like Back to Basics is actually really just not good against us. Because we have 3 lands that are unaffected by it. Alright, so I'm actually going to spin the wheel. This is really bad in front of like a Brainstorm Terminus on top. But if they don't have that, this is really good. Especially if they just go to 2 here, we're in pretty good shape. Because now they have to Terminus or they have to do something to get it off the board. And we just have Punishing Fire to basically threaten to kill them next turn if they don't have a counterspell for it. And we still have a good follow-up in Dark Confidant. They could have Supreme Verdict here, which would be pretty good, but again... Alright, Mentor... Alright, so that's the plan. They probably have a Swords to Plowshares in hand. I'd imagine for the Confidant. But that still just leaves them dead. Unless they Swords their own... We're just going to try to shoot him here. So I'm pretty sure even with the Swords to Plowshares on your own Monastery Mentor, you're just dead. I'm fairly certain. Because that'll put you to 4, puts you down to 2. You have 2 blockers. You take at least 2 from the Confidant and die. And obviously, if your hand's just force blue card, you can't force because then you kill yourself. So. Yep. Alright. Got the match. We're 2-2. We're 2-3. Our record's something. Anyway, we're gonna play one more match because I started playing queues, but I couldn't find any more matches in the queue, so I joined the league. So we're gonna go and finish the league, and I'll see you guys in just a moment. All right, we're gonna be on the play here for round 6. I mean, I don't think I can say no to this hand. We have the mana to cast Abrupt Decay. We got Confidant. We got a Guile for turn 1 here. Yeah, the only thing is, like, Wasteland's pretty bad, but honestly, I am going to keep it. It's a pretty good hand. Mirari's Guile, if it resolves, will help us find stuff. And if it doesn't resolve, hopefully we'll just draw a Black Source and get to him them on turn 2. And even if we don't get a him them on turn 2, we still could potentially play Confidant on turn 2. Of course, there's a chance that they're a combo deck and they just end our existence on turn 1. Oh, God, Eldrazi. Okay. How many things do you put into play? Alright, well, that's all. It's not too bad. Always yes, always yield. Right. So, while I do want to kill these things, I want to try to get a Thought-Knot Seer out of their hand more. Alright, we did. Got Thought-Knot and Simian Spirit Guide. We're going to take a pretty big hit next turn, but it's not the end of the world. Alright, another Thought-Knot. That feels pretty bad, to be honest, but mostly because we're going to get hit for 6. Yeah, we're going to take 6 here. Alright, we're actually going to take the Wasteland. No, that's bad. We shouldn't have taken the Wasteland. Alright, well, whatever. Confidant's relegated to blocking duty here. Take 6 again. Mirari's Guile. I'm going to kill this now. Next turn, hopefully we'll get the Thought-Knot off the board. So, the reason I got rid of the Ancient Tomb is because Ancient Tomb will help them to play spells like Chalice of the Void, whatever other spells like that they may have, to where Eye of Ugin only reduces the cost of their Eldrazi by 2. Yep, so we go to 4. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna go. Can I undo that? Nope, I can't. Okay. Yeah, we draw Liliana. Play Lily. An Edict to draw a card. Next turn, we're going to put 2 Tarmogoyfs on board and have a very fast clock. While they continue to do nothing. Yeah, alright, doesn't really matter, we're just going to draw the land. Bad lands. Tarmogoyf. Tarmogoyf. Uptick Lily. I discard Chalice of the Void. That's what I expected. I figured they had Chalice in hand. I'm not sure if putting themselves on a 2-turn clock was the best. Alright, well, they're just going to slam an Eldrazi here. Or not. So awkwardly enough here, they do threaten to have... they do threaten to kill us if they go land Reality Smasher. We're going to go to 1 here. Take a look at what they have. Alright, so we're going to take the Reality Smasher. Crap. No, we go to 1. We have to take Walking Ballista. Yeah, we go to 1. We have to take Walking Ballista. Discard Spirit Guide. This means you gotta hit a land. No, I don't want to gamble with the whole play hit a land or not game. We're at 1. We're in a pretty good spot. The vast majority of their lands are soul lands, meaning they produce 2 mana. It's pretty much any land at this point. I mean, no, literally any land at this point lets them cast Reality Smasher. Yep, you tapped that wrong. But I mean, to be honest, even so, like... Mari's Guile. So I didn't bring back Punishing Fire at the end of the turn because I don't want to necessarily discard Punishing Fire if I... Well, I guess we're not discarding. That was bad. Yeah, I guess we're going to just make him sack the Reality Smasher. Okay. So we're going to edict him. And because I don't want to lose to a Thought-Knot Seer, we're only going to attack for 5. Or for 6, I guess, because it puts a Planeswalker in the graveyard. Alright, so it wouldn't have mattered, not like they drew. If we get Abrupt Decay, I think we're just going to destroy Mirari's Guile and kill him. Oh no, we're just going to get Mirari's Guile and kill him anyway. Right. Well, our opponent is not very happy about our luck. Alright, so we're not really well prepared for this. So he's just going to be Toxic Deluge. Maybe we'll cut a Fire and a Bloodbraid. Let's try that, I guess. I don't know. Maybe Pithing Needle's something worth to considerate, or to put in consideration. No, what would we shut off with it? Nothing. No, we just don't really need it. Alright, so this hand's really good. Then I'm rolling to 5. Chalice of the Void on turn 1's pretty strong here. Alright, so since they gave us an Urborg, I'm actually going to fetch a basic Forest and use the Swamp text of Urborg to play my spells. It is pretty unfortunate that our opponent mulligans so low, but to be honest, this is a matchup that I think the only way we're realistically going to win it, I mean, I guess take Thought-Knot Seer. Drew Ancient Tomb. Alright, play Mimic. Alright, we're then going to him. Get their hand out. Now just top decking. So next turn we would like to draw a land so we could bolt and play Sylvan Library. We're going to take 2 here. Alright, so we did draw a land, which is nice. We're going to grab Badlands here. Bolt the Mimic. Then here, actually, believe it or not, we'd like to probably draw another land again so we can go Liliana and bolt a threat if they play it. Well, they could have Reality Smasher here, and that'd be pretty bad for us. They do not. Right. Always yes, always yield. Yes. Top. Discard. Alright, bolt you. Final resolves. Yeah, alright, so put on top, edict, play confidant, play land, pass. Yep, alright. Alrighty guys, so that is pretty much the way to win that matchup. You just gotta grind it out. That's the best way to go about winning that match, just grinding out the deck. With Eldrazi, takes a little bit of luck to win that match, which we did thankfully get a little bit of help there. Game 2 with the mulligan. Mirai's Guile on turn 1, helping us to filter door draws and take the best of the top 3 every turn. A really big deal, especially it's like Sensei's Divining Top was, but it's a little bit more powerful, yet a little bit weaker at the same time. It's more powerful because we don't have to pay for it. It just happens at the beginning of our upkeep. But of course, it's a little weaker because it only happens during our upkeep. But it's still great. The deck has power. We went with 4-2, which is pretty good. Definitely one of the best legacy records I've put up in a while. It's a lot of fun, and the nice thing is, like, if you have the stuff for modern, you have almost all the cards for legacy already, besides the land base. You know, Punishing Fire is cheap in paper. Sylvan Libraries, you can find cheaper versions of it. You know, you already have your Blood Braids, you have your Lilianas, you got your Confidants, your Hymns. Hymns aren't too bad either. You got Thoughtseize, Bolt. So basically, all you got to pick up is the land base, Guiles, and Libraries, and then the sideboard options. Of course, I didn't want to lose to Storm, so we brought in we sideboarded Mindbreak Traps. It's possible we should have been playing Ley Lines instead of Extirpates, but we went with Extirpate. 2 chokes for the blue matchups because control is just not fun, and it's nice to play against Delver. It turned out to be pretty good. Yeah, so overall, I'd say, guys, the deck's pretty good still. I'd say it can be a contender. I'd still say probably the blue decks are still just more powerful. Like, playing Grixis instead of this is probably not the wrong choice. But I definitely enjoyed it, and it's definitely one of my favorite archetypes is Jund. So any opportunity I get to play Jund, I will take it. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more legacy videos, or just more videos in general, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I try to release videos Monday through Friday every week. At least once. Sometimes I'll release 2. Yeah. and I'll catch you guys next time.